Today we're going to experience magic. With this amazing AI, which is Magic Patterns, we can actually create our own UI by just typing some prompt or giving an image. We can even go on and add an existing UI and then give it a referral image or a prompt of what you want to change in this UI, and it will generate that as well. And this is not the last use case it has. You can actually go on and give a whole UI and it will apply a certain theme to that UI. Isn't that amazing? I think it is. And if you scroll down on their website, these are all the feature generations that they did using this amazing tool. And it is really fun to make front end using Magic Pattern. Now, before actually getting started with this, I want us to explore the pricing. So if you go to their pricing, you can see that it is not completely free, but they give you a 1-day trial with which you can actually access this for 1 day for free. And you can do unlimited generations in that 1 day and unlimited updates, which means you can actually go on and explore this as much as possible in that day and see for yourself whether it suits your needs. Isn't that amazing? And later on, you will have to pay $19 per month, or you can go with the pro plan, which makes sure that your generations are private if you're working on a confidential project. And there is even a plan for companies and enterprises in which they have the API platform as well, the generative chatbots, the Figma AI plugin. So it is up to you which way you want to go. But for today, we're going to explore the individual plan and see how good it actually is. And signing up with Magic Patterns is really easy. All you have to do is just go on and click on login here, and you can log in using Google, GitHub, there's even Figma and email. So the choice is yours. I'm going to go with Google. Now that was the intro about Magic Patterns. Now let's actually get to the practical part and start using it. Hi, this is your host Shamrez. Welcome back to Skill Curve. Once you're done signing up with Magic Patterns, you will be landing on a screen like this, where you can see two different categories. One is the prompt or image category, in which you can give a prompt to describe what you want to create, or you can upload a referral image and it will generate your UI. Or you can go on, and if you have an existing UI, you can just import it by installing the Figma extension by clicking here and work with it. So first off, we're going to go and do a prompt to generate a simple submit button. I'm going to go and start from really basic to all the way to complex UIs. So I'm going to go and say generate a submit button that has a colored transition on hover. That's all. Let's go and generate. And there you go. It actually generated your submit button. And if you hover, you can see there is a color change and a transition. You actually get 4 different copies of the same button. So you can choose any of these, and you can even go on and update your component by typing on natural language prompt here, which is really great. And that's not all. You can even go on and see your component in different view sizes. Let's say this is for mobile, this is for a laptop, and this is for a desktop. You can go on and click on code here, and this will provide the code for you. Now we went on with the default language preferences. We can even configure the UI library and the styling. For now, it is using HTML and Tailwind as written here, and you can see the code here. You can actually go on and use this code inside your project. And the best feature about this tool is that you can convert this code. So let's say I'm using the HTML and Tailwind for current pattern. I can generate a new pattern using ShadCN and Tailwind. So I'm going to go with this one, and let's just go and convert it. And there you go. The results are out, and you get again 4 different types of button, which you can see they're all different. This time they're built in ShadCN and Tailwind. If you go and click on the code, here you can notice that it is actually importing the button component from the components library from the ShadCN library right here. And then it is using that component here. With the help of just a few custom Tailwind classes, it's actually designing. We can actually go on and just paste this inside of existing code base, and it will work completely fine. But this was just one case scenario where you can actually go on and enter a prompt and you will get your generation. But what if I just want to go on and paste an already existing UI that I saw somewhere or that I want to replicate? So if I go on and click plus here, I'm going to go, and this time I'm going to drop an image here. This is an image of a newsletter component. And let's say this time I want to go with Chakra UI here and using inline styling. So let's go and generate this amazing UI. Let's click on generate, and there you go. The results are out. And as you can see, it did a pretty good job at generating the same component with the same color theme. Now, if I go to the code, I can see that it is actually using the components from Chakra UI here, and then using some inline CSS here to build the whole component. And we can see that it fits the laptop, the mobile view, as well as the desktop view here, which is really great. So it is completely responsive. as well as production ready for you. And once you're done with your design, you can actually go on and export this. You can just copy the code by clicking here, or you can export this to Figma. So let's say I want to export this to Figma. What I have to do is just copy the layer ID from here. I can go to Figma and actually paste this layer ID there, and it will copy the whole UI there. Then you can go on and redesign it or do some tweaks with the design to tailor it according to your need. Now that was just one example. Let's actually go and build another one. And actually this time I'm going to provide a pricing UI here, which I can generate on. Just click here and there you go. It's actually loading your whole UI. Just going to take a few seconds and then your UI will be ready. And there you have it. If you scroll down, you can see the whole UI being copied. You get all the buttons, all the text, as well as the whole layout, which is completely responsive. If you go to the laptop view here, you can see it is responsive. Let's just go to convert and actually try to convert this into an HTML and using Tailwind CSS. And there you go, the conversion is already done. Now let's say you want to change something in this. So what if I want to change the freelancer text to something like free? So what I'm going to do is just say update the freelance text to just free, and let's go and update that. And there you go. As you can see, the freelancer text is changed to free, and you can see in the right corner here that you get another iteration. You can actually switch between different iterations by just clicking on them, and you can switch. Here is freelancer, and if you go to iteration number 1, it's free. So this way you can actually keep track of all the iterations that you do and everything that you updated. And later on, if you don't like something that you updated, you can just go back to the last iteration and just export that. And that's not all. You can use these arrows here. So if you want to update something, just click on that. Let's say I want to update this. I can click here and I can just make a prompt. So I can say change the color to purple. And as you can see, it did that. But if you want to redo the whole generation, you can just go and click here and it will redo the entire generation. I think this is a really great tool if you're a front-end developer or a full-stack developer or anyone who is working in the development industry. Even if you are a UI UX designer, you must use this tool because you can get your prototypes built here within a couple of seconds, and then you can export them to Figma by clicking here and work with your designs. And this way you don't have to build the whole design from scratch, but instead you can use this amazing tool to get prototypes or foundational layouts for your designs. I think this is a great tool and you should really give it a go. And there is one more amazing feature of Magic Pattern. If you go on and install their Chrome extension, and you can actually go on and scrap any UI. Let me show you how. You can just go on and click on select HTML, and then you can select any UI on any website. For now, I'm on the Magic Patterns website, and let's say I want to select this UI, the whole box, or let's say this whole section. So I'm going to go and click here, and this will actually convert this into HTML and generate the UI inside the Magic Patterns dashboard. And there you go. Your UI is all set and ready. You can actually go on and grab any UI from any website over at your browser. What if I want to convert this from HTML to, let's say, shared CN? I can just click on convert, and it actually went on and converted the whole design. But this time, if you go to code, you can see that the code has been converted from HTML to shared CN component. All the components are being called from the shared CN library, and then they are being used inside your code. Isn't that amazing? You can just go on, grab any website's UI, convert it into HTML or shared CN or Chakra UI. And that was another magical no-code AI tool with the help of which we can make it fun to generate UIs and front-end. Whether you are a UI UX designer or a front-end developer, or let's say you're a full-stack developer, you can actually use this to build your prototypes and then work on them, edit them, and convert them according to your business. But all of you developers out there, you must try this out. I can bet that this will increase your productivity by a huge margin. I hope this video was valuable. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Ring the notification bell to never miss out on our daily updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video, where we continue to curb your skills with the latest tech. Till then, stay curious and keep exploring.